Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to sew or stitch the ends of your brim together. With most of my brim or beanie patterns, the brim is an even amount of brim rows. To count your brim or your rows, you are going to count each of these little humps here as 2. So when you count, you'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you know, all the way up. I usually make mine about 68 or 70. A good way to know if you have an even amount of brim rows is your tail is on the opposite side as your hook. So if your tail's over here and your hook's over on this side, see, because your tail's on this side of your work and your hook is on this side. That's a good indicator showing that you have an even amount of brim rows. But you always want to count just to be sure. I always just wrap it around my head to see if it fits or not. So, okay, to sew, let me start over here. Let me kind of back up. To sew the ends of your brim together, you are going to fold it in half with the side that your hook is attached towards you and the tail on the left on the other side, okay? So when you finished your last single crochet round in the back loops only, you should have chained 1. Let me zoom in now so it gets clear here. Okay, I did a variegated yarn hoping that each stitch would be in a different shade of blue so it'd be easier to point out the stitches, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I chained 1 here. So to sew your brim rows together, you are going to go into the back loop only and then grab your other piece, and you're going to go in to the very first chain that you made, yarn over and slip stitch. Sorry if my hands are in the way here. Let me do this again. You'll go into the back, not right now, Taz, the cat's trying to get my lap. Go into the back loop only of the second, and then on your second piece back here, you're gonna go under the second chain that you did, yarn over, pull through, and slip stitch. We're gonna do this all the way down. So here's your third back loop only, and I always kind of pull it over to the side so I can see where I'm going, and then you're gonna go into the third, pull through and slip stitch, and then go into the fourth back loop only, and pull your hook back, make sure you're getting the next chain. You don't want to skip any or else your brim will come out uneven and it'll look funny. So back loop only underneath this chain, and you can always take stitch markers and kind of pin each stitch together if that helps, but I mean, not right now, Taz. Sorry, kitty. Okay, pull that up. Sorry guys, I'm getting out of the camera a little bit. These are not professional videos by any means. These are for learning purposes, and these are what I post on my crochet patterns to kind of help my customers if they buy my pattern. So you go through the back loop only, go through this stitch, slip stitch, and I hope these help. If not, I will make a new video with a easier color. Now the last stitch is a little tricky. Just like the last stitch, you want to go into the back loop only, and then you want to, I always grab the tail here, pull over, and you'll see your last chain right there, and you slip stitch. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit and I'm going to show you how to do your chain 1 and how to start. Okay, so I always push the tail over to where it's down, and I spread this apart and I chain 1. So you've got, that's what I mean on the pattern by flipping inside out. So now if I zoom in, this is where you slip stitched, but it's on the inside of your beanie. This is the outside of the brim, and you chained 1, and so now you would start working on your half double crochets in the top of each brim row, and that is how it's done.